Amazon and the rest. Why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
Are you a stock market investor without all the information?
What, are you nuts? Market's going up, market's going down. We're getting all this bad information.
How do you invest intelligently? Phil Grandy can show you.
If you want real information and you really want to know what the market's going to do and you want the truth, go to my site, philsgang.com, and also listen to me on my radio show every weekday at 3 o'clock Eastern.
Phil's got the answers at philsgang.com.
That's philsgang.com, where you get the truth and you get the information you need about the market.
When the stock market is volatile, how do you invest intelligently?
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. There's no need for you to be panicking in a market that goes up 800 points one day, 700 points, then it goes down again. All you need is good advice, need good direction. You don't get that from your CNBC and the Fox business and all these crazy shows. You don't. Here's what you get from them. Thank you, Jim Cramer. But this is something that this really bugs me. Listen to this.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What? Their responsibility is to their partners and shareholders and not to you? Check my site out, philsgang.com.
When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need the experience of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com.
What a difference it makes in your financial life. philsgang.com. It works.
I signed up, and I've learned an incredible amount from Phil and Steve. The staff at Phil's Gang gives platinum-level service and stock recommendations. You know, it's as simple as that. At the end of a month or so, I've always been in the black. Phil's Gang is a class act. I'm happy to be a member.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners or shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Regulators have taken action to facilitate the sale of First Republic Bank and ensure that all depositors are protected and the taxpayers are not on the hook.
Lie, lie, lie. Lie, 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 lie.
Of course they're on the hook. They're always on the hook. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Oh, my God. Before I go on with that, I'm going to prove to you that you are on the hook when they tell you you're not. I'll prove it. But before that, listen to this nonsense they keep preaching. Now, if they can't make the numbers work in the stock market, they can't, now that QE's gone, there's no more 0% financing, therefore they can't give money to the CEOs to buy their own shares to artificially push stock up. And now that stock for 13 years have been going up in this huge bubble, and now, because it's such a huge bubble, those who buy stocks to make the market move are big institutions, the big hedge funds, big insurance companies, the big banks. But they're not going to touch these stocks. It was fine as long as everybody was crazy, and as long as they kept interest rates at zero. They had no problem overpaying for stocks when these valuations are nuts. But, when interest rates at zero, you had no problem paying $19 a share for $1 of earnings because you could sell it to the next guy because he's just as crazy as you are. As long as you can borrow money free, zero rates, pretty close to zero rates, he's going to buy stock anyways. He don't care about the valuations. But now that since November of 2021, the valuations are high, extremely high, but guess what? There's no more free money. So the institutions are no longer in there purchasing. And you can see it. I put up a chart yesterday, showed you how from 2001 when the market dropped 38%, it's been 1 year now. And at 38%, we've only gone up about 15 to 20%. A year. We can't even get back to the 38%. Can't break even. And the reason why we've been going sideways for a year, in fact, it's worse than that. If you look where the price of the S&P is right now, that's where it was 2 years ago. We're no higher today than we were 2 years ago. Is that nuts or what? That's crazy. So why would the institutions jump in and buy? They're not. That's why you see every day the market's going negative. I haven't seen the NASDAQ, or let's say the Qs, unchanged. We've seen those unchanged for 5 days in a row. When's the last time you've seen that? The big tech stocks. And remember, you got 3 stocks holding up the whole market. They're not going anywhere. Meta, Apple, Microsoft. Those are the only 3 stocks that hold up the whole market. But yet, we have people who come on and lie every day. The fake business news network, they just will lie. They won't tell you the truth. They got to keep burning and churning. Listen to this. Here's a bold-faced lie right here.
Savings continue to be significantly elevated relative to where they were before the pandemic.
That is a bold-faced lie. Check it out. In January, this first quarter, they're telling us that savings is at a record low. Savings, remember, before the pandemic was at 7%. When the pandemic hit and Biden put in $16 trillion, $16 trillion as stimulus. You know what stimulus is, don't you? It means an economy that's on its last leg. $16 trillion. It's all inflation. From that $16 trillion, yes, people took a lot of that money. Think about what they're getting. They got remember, they all were told to go home. When they got home, don't come back to work. And what we're going to do is give you an unemployment check. Not only you get the one from your state, but the federal government will match it and give you another one. I mean, they had more programs. So savings went from 7% up to 32%. And then spending went wild. But so did inflation. Everybody was buying everything, but nobody was producing. So if you had 20 bicycles at the bike shop, everybody's buying those bicycles. Now there's 2 left. The guy at the bicycle store, instead of selling them at 100, now he's selling them at 300 because you can't get any more bicycles in. There's nobody working. Talk about nobody working. Now I'll get back to the stock, but this made me sick. Now we all know that Washington is now controlled by the Socialist Democrats. And years ago, even 5 years ago, nobody would call himself a socialist Democrat. Now it's a badge of honor to be a socialist Democrat. If what she's saying is true, savings are so good, then why is it the socialist Democrats are now trying to push where you will get a guaranteed income? Yeah, you get like $500 a month, $1,200 a month. They're now pushing these guaranteed incomes. So instead of creating a job for a person, now these cities, remember, they're only the blue cities, the Democrat cities, okay? They're telling people, hey, we'll give you $500. We'll give you $500 every week. I mean, every month we'll give you a week, $500. You don't have to go to work. We're going to help you out. And then they're saying, well, they asked, where's the money coming from? They said, well, the American Rescue Act. Well, wait a minute. The money's not good. But where did it come to get to the American Rescue Act? It came from me and you, the taxpayer. Our money is in the American Rescue. And then they take it from the American Rescue and they give it to these people to tell them to stay home, disincentivize working. That's the last thing you need when you have an economy that's on its last leg. You want people working. Can you imagine they now have this big push? And that's why they're opening the border. Because when these people come over the border, guess what? They're going to do the same thing. The socialist Democrats, to get their votes, that's why they got the open border, is going to be giving them guaranteed incomes, annual incomes. Isn't that ridiculous? And you want to know why the market's not going anywhere? You want to know why the institutions aren't buying stocks right now? This is crazy what they're doing. Savings are 61% lower than before the pandemic. So don't give me this stuff that savings are at a high. I mean, this is absolutely insane.
Savings continue to be significantly elevated.
I continue to think that it's possible that this time is really different. And the reason is there's just so much excess demand, really, in the labor market.
I mean, it's been amazing how resilient, in a way, the consumer has been.
The consumer is resilient? Record low savings, record high household debt, historic credit card debt. Are you kidding me? Record home equity withdrawals. They're taking all the money, equity out of their homes. Record 401k withdrawals. That's resilient? Is that what they call resilient, the fake business network? What are you, nuts? Record savings withdrawal? Come on. This is nuts. This is crazy. Auto delinquencies, higher now than in 2008. Bankruptcies, up 45%. Nobody's talking about any of this stuff. And you want to know why the market's not going to go up? It's going to go down. And that's how you're going to make money, with the market going down. Stick around. We'll be right back. philsgang.com. Learn how to short for heaven's sake.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grandy has some sound reasons you should join Phil's Gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day it goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners or shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
You're not alone. 80% of those in the stock market, just like you, lose money. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Why do they lose? Because they don't know how to short stocks in down market. That will change once you use my patent Pro 2 color-coded chart. It works. The technology works. And it not only gives you an edge on the upside, but Pro 2 will put a smile on your face on the downside. That's right. Check it out. Free 10-day trial at philsgang.com.
When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grandy has some sound reasons you should join Phil's gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
You can be a successful investor in the stock market by knowing what the market is going to do.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. God, you go nuts listening to these shows on TV, Kramer, any of them. I mean, they're giving you total garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. One day they tell you, buy this stock. Next day, don't buy this stock. Then you have two people on their show. One guy saying buy it, the other guy says don't buy it. So the question is, what the hell do you do? Well, we don't have questions here at Phil's Gang. And they never have to ask the question, what do you think the market's going to do? My members always know what the market's going to do because they've learned how to follow the money. That's right. Follow the money. You don't follow fundamentals. You follow the money. And what is that? That's volume. That's the buyers and the sellers. And the other thing, you got to learn how to sell a stock as well as buy a stock.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Go to my podcast, YouTube, and Rumble every day. That's philsgang.com.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Savings continue to be significantly elevated relative to where they were before the pandemic. So across all income cohorts, deposit balances are up between 40 and 70%.
I don't know where people think things are bad if everybody says things are so amazing.
At the end of 2022, the average household had nearly $10,000 in credit card debt. Analysts believe that nationwide credit card debt may soon reach $1 trillion, an all-time high.
So who's telling the truth? Another thing that people don't realize, when you hear this,
regulators have taken action to facilitate the sale of First Republic Bank and ensure that all depositors are protected and the taxpayers are not on the hook.
You are on the hook. You've been on the hook since 2009. That's right. You're on the hook. I'm going to explain that. So, if you take, for example, in 2008, 2009, when we had the banking crisis, what they decided to do, and they've been telling people, oh, the taxpayer, no, you're not getting hit for this, but you are. They take 0.8, the government takes 0.8% from every tax dollar, every dollar they collect, they take 0.8%, 0.8. Now, it doesn't sound like much, does it? If you extrapolate, that's about 3 cents from every tax dollar. That's about $83 billion a year. Out of that $83 billion, they take about $65 billion, and they use that as a subsidy. That subsidizes these bank failures you and I are paying for. So when J.P. Morgan took over the assets, when it picked up the best assets at SVB, Silicon Valley Bank, and then Signature Bank, and FRC, he goes, picks those up, and people think, oh, we didn't pay for that because the president says you didn't pay for it. Well, you did. Because annually, remember, J.P. Morgan is part of that subsidy. We've been subsidizing them since 2009. We do pay. But you don't hear anybody talk about it. It's maybe, and what's really ironic is the very bank, J.P. Morgan, who bought the assets of SVB, Silicon Valley Bank, is as profitless as SVB. If you take the 5 biggest banks in 2008, before that banking crisis in 2008, J.P. Morgan, Bank of America, Citi, Wells Fargo, and Goldman Sachs, remember, right before they failed, okay, they turned them into banks that now would be too big to fail. So, and to put that in perspective, too big to fail, how big is that? Well, their size, they're more than half the size of the U.S. economy. The deposits grew from 12% to 52%, and their assets grew from $44 trillion to $9 trillion. What are you, nuts? But the taxpayers are on the hook. That's how they did it. People assume when J.P. Morgan went and bought the assets of these banks that the Federal Reserve wrote a check. Or when J.P. Morgan took over SVB, the assets, the Federal Reserve wrote a check. No. When you have to pay your taxes out of your paycheck and your federal taxes, that's where it goes. 0.8% goes to that fund, and therefore that's an implicit subsidy that goes on and on forever. Now, but the funny thing about that, the assumption is that these 5 banks, okay, are very profitable after they got bailed out, but they're not. Only one is profitable right now, and that's Wells Fargo. If you take the subsidy away, the implicit subsidy, take that away, the $63 billion, there's only one bank of the 5 that's profitable, is Wells Fargo. If you took the subsidies away, they wouldn't even break even. They're broke. So the government owns these banks. They own the banks, and the government is going to make them bigger and bigger because the government's going to end up owning all our banks through the 5 banks. It's going to be one big bank. Unbelievable. And remember, the profits that they report, Bank of America, Citi, the profits that they report, they're essentially the transfers from us, the taxpayer, to the shareholders. That's it. What a bunch of fraud. And for them to say, we're not on the hook, we're on the hook. It's what they call an implicit subsidy annually. We can't get out of it. Why are we doing that? My idea is let's reverse this now. Take the 5 big banks and make them smaller so they can fail to fix this. That's what we need to do to fix this. Let them fail. Make them smaller. What are you, nuts? This is crazy. But most people don't understand that. When they hear someone telling them, hey, we're not on the hook for these bailouts. Yes, we are. And because of these bailouts, things are even going to get worse now because it's pure inflation. And again, your stock market stopped going up for 1 year. We can't break up for 1 year because of this kind of nonsense that's going on. The big institutions know what's going to happen with this market. It's going to collapse. It's going to collapse. But what do they keep telling you? The fake business there. Everything's just fine. Everything's great. Consumers resilient. Average households are strong. Wait till we get hit with the commercial defaults. They haven't even recorded those yet. But there's a great opportunity to make money when this market crashes. You'll make more money when it goes down. You never will when it goes up.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners or shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial. to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, just listen to Phil Grandy.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. There's many reasons to listen to a radio show, but I think to listen to my show, you get the truth, you get clarity, and you get great information.
No matter what level of investor you are, Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success.
You know what? Most of all, it's fun. philsgang.com. Clarity, good information, and fun.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
The banking crisis does not appear to be a major risk, as bad loans weren't the cause of the recent failures.
Are you kidding me? Let me explain. Isn't it awful how dangerous it is that we have people that's running this country that don't understand our economy or how it works? What caused the banks to fail was inflation. They had to start making money. First of all, they kept interest rates too low for too long. And then inflation starts kicking in. Why? Well, the first thing was we started cut all our oil and gas leases and stopped the oil production and cut our pipelines. And are you kidding me? We were oil independent, and then we decided to become oil dependent, and gasoline went up about 75%. That's inflation. Yes, you're right. It wasn't a bad loan. It was inflation. Then with COVID, which wasn't anybody's fault, we print $16 trillion. But there's the fault right there, the $16 trillion. Why didn't you open up the damn economy? States, red states, like Florida where I live, we didn't close. North Dakota, they didn't close, and they did just fine. But what did Biden decide to do? Keep them closed. For who? For the teachers union. Because the teachers union is a big base for him. So we closed in March of 2020. We locked down. And then he waited into August of 2020. By then, he's spending $16 trillion that we didn't have. By then, we had an inverted yield curve. We had historic debt and deficits. We had a shrinking economy. We had record household debt, record commercial debt, record corporate debt, rental defaults. Are you kidding me? And then cars were going, the price of cars were going through the roof. Homes were going up 40, 50%. Here in Sarasota, in 10 months, homes almost doubled. Because he kept the economy closed. He locked it down and then put $16 trillion into the economy, and then he's keeping interest rates low. Are you kidding? Now what's happening? Now, because of all the inflation that was created, now the banks have to cut back. They're not going to loan anymore. And when the minute you start cutting back, you start taking the loans, you start tightening credit in a situation we're in right now, with the country we're in right now, you start cutting credit, you start cutting back on loans, that's a killer. You do it right at they're doing this right at the wrong time. You stop growth when you need it the most. Think about that for a moment. So it was all the inflation that was created by Biden through his destroying our oil industry, and prices went up in everything. And that's when, and now they're saying, well, to fix the inflation that Joe Biden caused, he caused the 42-year high inflation. Well, how are you going to fix it? Oh, we got to start cutting back on loans. Don't loan to anybody. And if we're going to loan to somebody, let's jack up the interest rates. How dangerous it is that we have people that don't know what they're doing that's running this country. They don't understand economics. I didn't even finish high school and I understand economics. It's common sense. So this gives us a great opportunity to make money in the stock market. We got dopes running our country. Terrible. Terrible. So, but you got to learn how to sell short. But they have taken parking space in your head, Wall Street, to scare you to death. Don't sell short. Don't sell short. You're going to lose all your money. No, you're going to lose all your money. You're going to lose all your money because you don't know how to sell short. People in 401ks are going to be sitting there. They're not allowed to short. They're going to just watch their 401ks go down and down. And then worse, what do? When it starts going down, your broker, your manager, money manager calls you, say, we're going to cost average down. You know the stock you're in for $300? It's now down to $100. I'm going to get that stock for it. It's going to be hard to get for you, but I'm going to fight like hell to get that stock at $100. Really? Yeah. Then he calls you back. I got that stock. You got it for $100? You mean the one that we paid $300 for? You got that more for $100? Wow. Okay. Then he calls his wife. Hey, you know, Joe Suckface, our broker, you know the stock we bought for $300 is now $100? He got more for us. Isn't that great? Hey, can I bring him home for dinner? We got to stay in tight with this guy, man. No, the other one. The other one. Buying a dip. Stock goes from 100 to 50. Buying a dip. Goes from 50 to 40. Buying a dip. Whoa. You're going the wrong way. You buying a dip when the stock goes from 50 to 100, and then it pulls back to 75. That's when you buy on a dip in an uptrend. These are the things we teach you here at Phil's Gang. I mean, this is crazy, these people, what they're saying. Unbelievable. So gold, now remember what I've been telling you, and I'll put this up on my chart here if I can put it back up for you, if you're following me, and I know a lot of you are, on my chart. Remember what I said to you about the Qs. We're coming down now to a very critical point. If you don't know how to short, I don't know what to do. I mean, I can beg you to join the gang, and we'll show you, and you can learn that in 10 days, and you don't even pay for anything for the first 10 days. But let's take the Qs. I'm just putting up the chart now. So this is when the Qs dropped back in November 2021. Look at that. So we dropped about 38%. We're only up now about 20%. From here to the top is all overhang. These are all sellers, all people who bought on the dip, on the way down, cost average down, buying a dip. This black area is not black. These are all people who bought wrong, who are suffering. The reason that they call the 50% rule, right here, I'll show you if you can see this. Here's the high right here, and here's the low right here. For you people who can't see this, go to my website tonight. This is archived. Okay, and here we are. This is the 50% halfway. The reason the stock can't get above halfway, it hasn't been getting above halfway for a whole year. Because the institutions aren't going to come in and buy. Because they're not going to pay $19 for $1 revenue. They're not going to pay you $19 for $1 of earnings. Of course not. Who's going to do that? That's the problem. So they're doing, now what they're trying to do is they're saying, okay, if we can get beyond that halfway mark. So what they're doing is this. They're trying to push the Qs to about 330, 340. If they can get to about 340, they can get to, I'll put it right up here for you. If they can get to that 340, they're hoping at 340 there'll be enough short covering, because there's a lot of people shorting like us, that the shorts will have to cover and the market will start rallying, and they're hoping and praying that the hedge funds will come in, the big banks will come in, the big institutions will come in and start buying. But they're not going to. Of course not. They're not going to. Believe me, they haven't been buying for a year. They're going to go in now? Why were you going to be so lucky you think they're going to come in now? Even if they break through that 340, 330 area, give me a break. What you got to be prepared for is to buy gold mining stocks at the right time. You got to be prepared to buy the gold mining stocks at the right time and be prepared to start shorting the tech stocks and start shorting all the stocks everybody's been hiding in, especially Meta. And then McDonald's and Starbucks, you got to prepare to short those, and the builders. More when I get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, I've been doing this business of trading over 55 years. God, they make it so complicated. It doesn't have to be. The best way to learn is to follow me, my actual investments. That's right. When I buy a stock, you follow me. Do exactly what I do. That's the best way to learn.
Check out the free 10-day trial. Learn more at philsgang.com.
Be my co-pilot at philsgang.com. Do what I do.
That's philsgang.com.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. You know, over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. You know, I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%, lumber's up 67%, heating oil, what, 60%, gasoline 55%. I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Hey, good afternoon, gang. It's Steve Celeste here with philsgang.com. Just wanted to tell you how to get engaged with Phil's Gang and how to become part of the Phil's Gang membership or how to try us for 10 days free. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's www.philsgang.com and click on Get Started at the top of the website. Click on the big red banner that says Working Investor 10-day free trial, and that's all you got to do. And hey, while you're at the website, why not stop by our gift shop, see if there's something in there for you or for somebody you know. All right, thanks, and back to you, Phil.
Thank you, Steve. By the way, folks, you don't know Steve. He's one of the best instructors when it comes to stocks. Keeps it simple. I mean, it's a huge following. You should check it out. Just go to our site, philsgang.com. And every day we have a live class with Steve at 5 after 10 starts. It's all archived. If you want to know what the market's going to do, there you go. If you want to know about a specific stock, there's your answer. You're not going to get all this gibber crap from these people. Their job, remember, these fake financial networks, their job is to make you feel good, make you feel optimistic, because they got to pay for that advertising time they're on the air. And they need advertisers. And Ford, the big money comes from all the car dealers. And you got MSNBC, I mean, you got CNBC, you got Fox Business, you got Bloomberg competing for Ford, competing for Mercedes, competing for Chevrolet. You got them competing, and they know they know exactly. They got the computers. They know exactly which group is giving them the most business. Where's the most business coming from? Is it coming from CNBC? Are they lying better than Bloomberg, or is Bloomberg lying better? You know, I mean, that's what it's all about. Who can promote and lie? Who can make you feel good so you go buy a car? I mean, they wouldn't go with me because they know you'd buy a helmet and a tank. So I couldn't get an advertiser. So, and that's a shame, because that's why you don't get the truth from these people. Here, listen to this. Listen to this. I think it's this one here, right? Yeah.
Our historic recovery and falling inflation is thanks to...
Whoa, wait a minute. Wait. Historic recovery? We are in a historic recovery? No, we're in historic 42-year high inflation. We have historic debt. We have historic deficits. What in the hell is she talking about? We just got our economic GDP growth numbers last week. They estimated to come in at 2%. It came in at 1%. So is that an historic recovery?
Our historic recovery...
Let's go on.
Our historic recovery and falling inflation is...
Falling inflation? What? 4.9, 5 to 4.9? That's a rounding up or rounding down number. They're trying to get back to 2%. Then let's talk about it. Or you get to 2.5%, or you get to 3%. Let's talk about it then. But don't tell me you got the historic recovery as inflation dropped from 5.9 to 4.9. terrible. If they would tell you the truth, then you would know how to invest. You know how to make your money to grow in times like this. And the way you're going to make your money grow in times like this, don't be sitting there always looking for something to buy. Sit there and look for something to sell short. And if you stay with us, we stay with our same stocks every day, every week, through 52 weeks of the year. The same stocks, because we sell them short when they go down. We buy them long when they go up. And if you're with us, you got someone helping you, assisting you, working with you all day long. You got archives, you got live classes, you got, give me a break. Alerts during the whole day. We'll send out an alert and say, okay, Goldman Sachs, do this now. Goldman Sachs, do that now. You're not on your own. When you're with a 401k, you're on your own. So go to my site, philsgang.com, hit where it says Get Started, and right next to it, you can click on and get the information about the Pro 2 color-coded chart. It's an amazing chart. It says how Pro 2 works. Look at the video. It's amazing. And the thing you need to learn before you invest in stocks, how does the bond market work? Oh, I know that sounds complicated. It's easy. If the yields are going down and you're going in and you're going to buy banks, you're going to lose money. You better be buying tech. Once you learn about yields going down, which stocks work well with yields going down, which stocks work well with yields going up, there's half the battle. The next thing is you got to follow the money. Not this BS, follow the money. Look at all the money people lost listening to Cramer about banks. He's been wrong about every bank. Remember when he said to go and buy, I think it was FRC. No, it was about 9 minutes before the market opened. He said, go buy FRC. This is a great bank, sound big. Market opens, 9 minutes later, crashes. Just like Bear Stearns. He did the same thing with Silicon Valley Bank. He did the same thing. Because his job is to get you to buy, not to sell short. If he gets up there and say, your stock, sell short because you're going to make money, it's going down, they won't get any advertisers. So they lie to you, tell you how great things are, so you'll buy. Have you ever heard any of them say, let's start selling short now the S&P. Let's start selling short the Qs. Let's short silver. Let's short Microsoft. No. They wouldn't get advertising money. So instead of CNBC getting 80% of it, 80% is going to go to Bloomberg. That's how this business works. So go to my site, philsgang.com. You have our attention for 10 days. We work right with you for 10 days. Doesn't cost you a penny. At the end of 10 days, you make the decision if you think it's worth it or not. But you're not going to retire well. If you're in a 401k, no one can do anything. You're dead. You're just dead. Okay? Because first of all, they got you in stocks that are way overvalued to begin with. Valuations are way too high, and no one's going to fix that for you. And when the stocks start going down in your 401k, you can't do anything. They won't allow you to short. That's the worst vehicle, financial vehicle ever, 401k. It's horrible. But they get everybody in. What a genius idea. Tell them we're going to match. When they came out with the 401k, and first of all, they called it, they were going to replace the pension with a 401k, making you think the 401k was also a pension. No, it wasn't. It's not a pension. It's a tax code. And what they did is took a few stocks and stuck it into the tax code and convinced you it was a pension. You're going to be just like Warren Buffett. Trade your own stocks. 401k is a great thing. No, it isn't. Pensions were a great thing. They were guaranteed. Pensions. You had the best pension managers. Pensions were terrific. But corporations got rid of pensions. So right now you got a great opportunity down the road in gold, mining stocks. You got a great opportunity in selling the tech stock short. The only way they're going to try to rally this market so this market doesn't break through the low of October is if they go back and reverse it and go back to QE. If these gangsters, the banks, the big investment banks, Wall Street, they want to make some real money again at your expense because they don't care about inflation, they'll do QE again. And the market will take off for a while, maybe even a month, 6, 8 months, and we'll make a lot of money again on the way up because we'll have zero rates again. But inflation will quadruple. It'll kill us. You pay for it somewhere. There's no free lunch. There's 0% money to run the NASDAQ stocks up, to run the Q up, to run the tech stocks up. 1,200%. And in 13 years. Do you really believe we're not going to pay for that? Join us. Work with us. philsgang.com.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.